Constraints that control quality. Ever get back a response from Claude that is technically correct but just not what you wanted? Too formal, too long, wrong format. And here is what most people don't realize. That is not Claude's fault. It is your prompt's fault. You didn't tell Claude the rules. But once you do, everything changes. So constraints are guardrails. They are the difference between Claude giving you a response and Claude giving you the response you actually need. And the best part, you don't need to be verbose about it. A single, well-placed constraint can transform your output. So let's talk about how. So what exactly does constraints do? A constraint is any rule you give Claude about how to deliver the answer. Now it's not about the information itself. It is about the wrapper. Think about cooking. Context is your ingredients. Constraints are your recipe. Amazing ingredients with no recipe is equal to unpredictable results. So the four key types. Constraints are of four key types. Format constraint, tone constraint, length constraint, and style constraint. Format constraint. It tells Claude the exact structure. You want it in a markdown format, JSON, a table, a numbered list, prose, code, whatever. So instead of organize this information, you say format this as a markdown table with 3 columns: feature, benefit, and price. The tone constraint. Professional, casual, witty, technical. One sentence about tone makes a massive difference. Example. Write this as a senior marketing strategist with 15 years of B2B SaaS experience would write it. Now that one role descriptor shifts entire voice. Length constraints, word count, page count, section count. Be explicit. Around 1000 words beats write a lot. 5 bullet points maximum is clearer than to be concise. Claude does not have intuition about your time or your limits. You do. And the last one is style constraint. What to include, what to exclude, what to emphasize. Use plain language a 10-year-old would understand. No jargon, no acronyms unless you define them. Or be provocative. Challenge conventional wisdom. Now let's look at the inversion trick. What is this? Anthropic's guidance is clear. Tell Claude what to do, not what not to do. So instead of don't use jargons, tell it to use plain language a 10-year-old would understand. Instead of don't make it too long, keep it to 300 words maximum. Instead of don't be condescending, write as a peer and not a teacher. Negative instructions are easy to misinterpret. Positive instructions are crystal clear. So match your prompt style to your desired output. A pro principle from Anthropic: if you want Claude to write in prose, write your prompt in prose. If you want structured bullet points, use bullets in your prompt. If you want casual, write casually. Claude mirrors your energy. Your prompt is a template. Do you get this? Pause it, think about it, and then keep moving. Let's talk about role prompting, the single sentence power move. Setting a role focuses Claude's behavior instantly. Just one sentence. You are a sales copywriter who specializes in converting skeptics. You are a researcher with a PhD in behavioral psychology. You are a startup founder who has raised 3 rounds of funding. Even a single role line changes the tone, the vocabulary, the perspective, and the confidence level. Now, let us look at this. Same task, 4 different constraint approaches. Try this in your Claude right now with me. The task is to write content about productivity. You just ask Claude to write content about productivity. Version 1 to have no constraints. It would be generic, middle of the road, safe and boring. Version 2, give it a role. You are David Allen, creator of the Getting Things Done methodology. Now it's opinionated, specific and credible. Version 3, add or with format plus tone. Write this as a Twitter thread, 10 tweets maximum. Tone, irreverent and practical. Punchy, scannable and memorable. And version 4, all constraints stacked, role plus format plus length plus tone plus style. And now it's perfect. Exactly what we would use. Same core content, completely different usefulness. And that's constraints at work. A reusable constraint template could be looking like: you are the role, write the format, the length, specific word count or section count, tone, describe it, style, what to include, what to exclude. And when you stack constraints, you're not being controlling, you are being clear. That is the key. You are not controlling the output. You are not controlling Claude or ChatGPT or any of the LLMs. You are being clear about what you want. That's all. And we are done. So constraints are guardrails. They determine quality by defining the rules of the game. We have 4 types of constraints: format, tone, length, style. Cover these and you are covered. Use positive language. Tell Claude what to do, not what not to do. Match your prompt style to your desired output. Prose means prose. Bullets, so bullets. And rule prompting is powerful. One sentence that sets, identify, shifts everything. Stack constraints for precision. Role plus format plus length plus tone plus style is equal to predictable, high quality output every single time. These are some resources for you. You can have a look at it in the resources section. And you have got context mastered. Constraints logged in. But what happens when the first output isn't quite right? We get to the iteration loop. And that is what we would be covering in the next session. How to refine, correct and improve Claude's outputs without starting from scratch. See you there.